Mike Fulchins and his company, Universal Point and Bullion, have helped investors buy over $1 billion in gold and silver and a hedge against inflation. To add the world's oldest currency to your portfolio, call Universal Point and Bullion today at 800 UCB Gold. That's 800 UCB Gold. Or go to universalcoin.com/redeye. Universal Coin is giving our listeners a special deal on a 1/10,000 gold American Eagle coin for just $220, or a new 1-ounce silver American Eagle coin for $27. Limit 3 each. Call 800 UCB Gold and tell them you want the red eye deal. Mike Fulchins is America's gold expert. Make him your gold expert today. 800 UCB Gold. Performance may vary. Consult your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision. The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund invites all over-the-road Class A CDL holders to join our smoking cessation program, Rigs Without Cigs. Participants receive tools to assist in quitting, along with support and accountability from the program manager and others in the program. Incentive packages are offered by the Road Pro family of brands for all who stop using tobacco through the Rigs Without Cigs program. Go to truckersfund.org under the Health and Wellness tab and sign up for Rigs Without Cigs. Cigs. It's Friday Radio. He is Eric Harley, and I'm Gary McNamara. So when I looked at where the future here on this Thanksgiving week of 2023, where the future of the country is going, it's basically based on on the reality of economics, and you can't continue going down this path because the people have seen that what's going on is not in their best self-interest. When the Democrats sold the abstract and the hypothetical, it sounded good. Well, you never got there. For example, education. You think, for example, you see the number of books at Oregon that said, okay, sorry, qualifications to graduate, go. Yeah, right. That's liberalism admitting that money does not solve the problem, right? And the monopoly doesn't solve the problem. So what do? They give up, right? That's the reality. Yep, not the hypothetical. Top of the hour news is brought to you by House Products. Visit houseproducts.com. This is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One. You are listening to Red Eye Radio live from the Unit in America studio. Unit
social media at its best. Go to uniden.com today.
Freedom is the key to any good relationship. It's about being around each other because you want to be around each other, not because some contract or some inflexible data plan is holding you back. Consumer Cellular knows that a good connection with somebody isn't something you can take for granted. It's something you earn with every bill you send, every fee you don't charge, every charge you don't file. That's why Consumer Cellular lets you walk away at any time, no feelings hurt. That's why at Consumer Cellular, you only pay for the data you need each month, whether it's 1 gig or a bajillion. So anyway, listen, Consumer Cellular wanted me to ask you if you're into that kind of thing, freedom, having a good time. If maybe, you wanted to go spend. If you do, check yes or no. We love talking on the show. Consumer Cellular. When Freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
Want a squeaky clean fuel system for your diesel? Today's your lucky day. Use House Diesel Defender with IDX4, the strongest, most effective cleaning agent you can find in the fuel additive. Destroy the toughest carbon deposits and clean your entire fuel system in just 3 treatments with House Diesel Defender. A clean fuel system is optimal performance and increasing your fuel economy by 5% or more. Guaranteed. House Diesel Defender for every diesel.
Hi, Tom Odette, thinking about those roadside diners that serve homemade pies. Well, unless there's a house attached to the place, those pies are not homemade. They're baked right there, miles away from Mom's house. They should be called diner-made pies, or pies. At Motel 6, they don't try to fool anyone. They have clean, comfortable rooms at great low rates, and most have truck parking. I'm Tom Odette from Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you.
Red Eye Radio and our sponsors are devoted to trucking safety. That's why we are proud to bring you the Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club. We've been saluting drivers who have surpassed the million-mile mark with preventable, accident-free driving. By reaching this milestone, you can be a part of an elite club of drivers who share remarkable safety records and demonstrate superior driving skills. If you or someone you know is a truck driver with 1 million miles or more of driving under your belt without a preventable accident, register online at redeyeradioshow.com. That's redeyeradioshow.com. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club would not be possible without the generous support of the fine folks from Petro Shopping Centers, House Lubricator, Motel 6, the St. Christopher Fund, and Cat Scale. We applaud the individual truckers and fleets who drive with care and keep our highways safe. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club, devoted to trucking safety. Register online at redeyeradioshow.com. Radio 1440 WIAM, the home of Sean Hannity, also on 95.1 HD3 FM, a huge media station. This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Protesters in Tel Aviv demanding the Israeli government put the release of hostages at the top of the agenda in the war with Hamas. The head of Hamas says his group is close to a truce agreement with Israel that would pave the way for the release of both hostages and Hamas prisoners in Israel. The BBC's Nick Beak.
What's interesting is that this optimism that comes out of Qatar is sort of echoed by what the officials in Israel have been saying and also what the American officials have been saying. So we're certainly not at a point where a deal has been announced, but there are signs of optimism.
Here in the U.S., travelers are crowding into airports this Thanksgiving week. These women lined up for flights at Chicago's O'Hare.
A little less crowded and a little cheaper flight.
I was worried that if I came Wednesday, it would be extremely busy.
Correspondent Chris Van Cleve is at Newark International.
The FAA expects to be staffed appropriately. Staffing has been an issue at ATC and the airlines in the recovery from the pandemic. Airlines have hired tens of thousands of employees. Air traffic control staffing has improved, but they would even acknowledge it's not where it needs to be big picture. But this is an all hands on deck period.
The military says all 9 people aboard a plane that overshot a runway in Hawaii and splashed into a bay came away uninjured. A Marine Corps spokesman says it was raining heavily during the training mission. Police near Colorado Springs are searching for a suspect in a shooting that left 3 people dead and 1 other person in critical condition. Custer County Sheriff Rich Smith.
We have a very good lead on where he is right now. In fact, literally right as I walked up, I was getting a text from the local chief of police that's handling it.
Investigators believe the five had been arguing over property lines. New study finds people who did what they were told during COVID lockdowns came away the worst for wear.
The Welsh researchers found the people who adhered most strictly to the lockdown rules were the most likely to continue to suffer depression and anxiety today, possibly because their own empathy and concern for the greater good made them more vulnerable to both conditions. Those people who defied the lockdown rules were least likely to suffer lasting effects. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
That's crazy.
Race was back on CBS's
That's
show.
crazy.
Please welcome back to the Ed Sullivan Theater, Mr. David Letterman.
Letterman returned for the first time since he handed over the reins to Stephen Colbert 8 years ago. He noticed things had changed on set.
It's like a mall. It's unbelievable. It's like Rodeo Drive. Ladies and gentlemen, this is television of the future.
Before the show was over, he jumped right back behind the desk. S&P futures down 5. This is CBS News.
Make the hiring process work for you. With Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution, you can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits.
Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand name cold and allergy products off the shelves because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective as a nasal decongestant. Navage offers a drug-free solution that's fast and highly effective at relieving nasal congestion caused by colds and allergies. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Just be natural. Try to roll around in it gracefully and not like a puppy.
Maria's photography studio is zooming into a flurry of projects.
Where did I put that memory card?
She needs an assistant to keep business in focus.
Hang on while I change the external flash. Oh,
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
A soccer star could score big at auction.
Messi the magician once again.
Sotheby's is set to auction off 6 of the 7 first-half shirts worn by Lionel Messi during Argentina's winning run at last year's Soccer World Cup in Qatar. And now the auction house believes Messi's shirts could become the most valuable collection of sports memorabilia ever sold, fetching more than $10 million when they go on sale at the end of the month. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
For classical music fans, Mozart's sprawling estate in the Austrian ski town of Semmering is going up for sale. It was built in the year 1130 and served as the composer's final home. It's where he wrote his famous Requiem in 1791, the year he died at the age of 35. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Larry Bucket Chevrolet continues to deliver the biggest savings to their customers. Right now, all Silverado 1500s are discounted at supplier pricing. New trucks are rolling in daily, and Larry Bucket Chevrolet knows the best way to say thank you to all of their loyal customers is to offer supplier pricing for everyone. Save thousands on your new Silverado. And, as always, get a great offer on your trade-in, too. Shop Larry Puckett Chevrolet on Cobbs Ford Road in Prattville or online at LarryPuckett.com, where the customers do the talking.
Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home. I need you right away. My closet's leaking. There's water on the floor. Can't take it one more day. Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home. I know you won't delay. For one flat rate price, I know it will be right. Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home? Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home. I know you won't delay. For one flat rate price, I know it will be right. Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home?
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
SimpliSafe was named the best home security of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. But we don't do what we do for the accolades. We do it to protect you and everything you love. Our advanced sensors and HD cameras are powered by 24/7 professional monitoring for fast emergency response. Visit SimpliSafe.com/radio to get 50% off any new system today. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Move Montgomery will host their third annual 5K Gobble Wobble as part of its mission to promote wellness in the river region by encouraging Montgomery residents to live healthier, happier lives on November 25th at Long Road Park. The run walk will allow participants to exercise at their own pace while staying healthy and having fun. Registration for the event is free and is at 7 a.m. Warm-ups begin at 7:30 and the 5K run walk starts at 8 a.m. Visit MoveMontgomery.com for more information.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Stay up to date with the news any time of day, anywhere you are, by listening to News Radio 1440 on your Alexa. Just say, Alexa, play
Alexa!
1440.
Alexa! Alexa!
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440. Sponsored by...
Feel at Staples. Josh Johnson here. Heavy rain, showers, and thunderstorms around. Later on today, we'll clear on out. 71 for the eventual afternoon high. Tonight, clearing out, turning colder late, 49 the overnight low. Wednesday looks great amidst sunny clouds. Afternoon highs only in the upper 50s. We'll drop into the upper 30s and low 40s by Thanksgiving morning. Thanksgiving Day itself looks phenomenal. Sunshine, afternoon highs in the upper 50s and low 60s. That's your First Alert Forecast. I'm WSFA Chief Meteorologist Josh Johnson on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. It is a wet and slippery one. This Tuesday holds an accident already. 1600 block of Perry Hill Road in front of the Pet Supermarket. So keep your eyes open there. Watch for standing water. Watch for slippery streets, especially with all the leaves on the ground. Leave early, drive slower if you use caution. Fall is here at Premier Place. Shop Kids Fashion, GNC, T-Mobile, Goodwill, Premier Place, and Crackle, another significant company development. Buckle up, it's the law. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic. This is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams. Here's what's happening this Tuesday. An agreement was reached in the medical marijuana drama in Alabama. The Alabama Cannabis Commission reached an agreement with a number of business license applications. The process had been stalled for months and several businesses sued. If the settlement is ratified at next week's meeting, applicants can resubmit certain materials. A message from Alabama State Superintendent this Thanksgiving week with kids home from school. Dr. Eric Mackey says, let them rest, spend time with friends and family, and socialize. He said it's great for kids to brush up on reading and math, but a lot of those social skills were lost during the pandemic, and now is the time to enjoy the holiday. Speaking of Thanksgiving, families will be coming together for a football game in Montgomery, the annual Turkey Day Classic. The Alabama State Hornets are hosting the Tuskegee Golden Tigers. Kickoff is at 2 p.m. Thanksgiving Day. I'm Jasmine Williams, and these are your morning headlines.
The Black Friday weekend sale begins this Friday at Boot Barn. Visit us in store for savings on top quality pieces. Get up to $40 off cowboy boots for men and women, $20 off select work boots, and select children's boots for under $50. We're closed Thanksgiving Day to spend with family, but we look forward to seeing you Black Friday weekend for our biggest sale of the year. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works in over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
SimpliSafe was named the best home security of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. But we don't do what we do for the accolades. We do it to protect you and everything you love. Our advanced sensors and HD cameras are powered by 24/7 professional monitoring for fast emergency response. Visit SimpliSafe.com/radio to get 50% off any new system today. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-919-1441.
All right, what does it taste like? We shall see.
800-919-1441.
We shall see. Is it coffee or not? Woo, it's too sweet. It is just too sweet. However, I shall survive. Hopefully. Alrighty then. Woo! Good morning. Time to go to work. Hey, that Splenda stuff ain't that bad. And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again. For it is once again, one more time, that we're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of us. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread. A word from on high, something that'll change your perspective or give a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning. It is November the 21st, 2023. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Precious to God. Our scriptural insight today comes from Isaiah 43, 1 through 7. Well, let's all start with Isaiah 43 and 4, which reads, "You are precious and honored in my sight." Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, good morning. It is November the 21st. It is a day that has never been. It is also a day that once it is gone, it will never be again. You don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day that you don't. And more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do this day, November the 21st, hopefully tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. If you've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, mercy, and charity of God, you will nevertheless be so ever thankful for the time you have. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you won't be a failure until you quit. Because quitters never win. And winners may fail at a thing or two, like we all do. They'll never quit. And remember, quitters never win. And while winners may fail at a thing or two, always put one foot in front of the other. My mother said, nothing beats a failure but a try. Martin Luther King said, if you cannot run, walk. And if you cannot walk, crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. Don't ever, ever give up. Good morning to you. Precious to God. It is November the 21st, and it is a great day to be alive. We'll be back after this most precious message.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading titled, Precious to God, was written by Jasmine Go. As a boy, Ming found his father harsh and distant. Even when Ming was ill and had to see the pediatrician, his father grumbled that it was troublesome. Once he overheard a quarrel and learned his father had wanted him aborted. The feeling of being an unwanted child followed him into his adult years. When Ming became a believer in Jesus, he found it difficult to relate to God as Father, even though he knew him as Lord of his life. If, like Ming, we haven't felt loved by our earthly fathers, we may face similar doubts in our relationship with God. We may wonder, am I a burden to him? Does he care about me? But while our earthly fathers may have been silent and distant, God, our Heavenly Father, comes close and says, I love you. In Isaiah 43, God speaks as our Creator and as a Father. If you wonder whether He wants you to live under His care as part of His family, hear what He says to His people. Bring my sons from afar and my daughters from the ends of the earth. If you wonder what you're worth to Him, hear His affirmation. You are precious and honored in my sight. God loves us so much that He sent Jesus to pay the penalty of sin so that we who believe in Him can be with Him forever. Because of what He says and what He's done for us, we can have full confidence that He wants us and loves us. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Isaiah chapter 43, verses 1 through 7. But now, this is what the Lord says, He who created you, Jacob, He who formed you, Israel. Do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have summoned you by name. You are mine. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. For I am the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. I give Egypt for your ransom, Cush and Seba in your stead. Since you are precious and honored in my sight, and because I love you, I will give people in exchange for you, nations in exchange for your life. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. I will bring your children from the east and gather you from the west. I will say to the north, give them up, and to the south, do not hold them back. Bring my sons from afar and my daughters from the ends of the earth. Everyone who is called by my name, whom I created for my glory, whom I formed and made. Let's pray. Father, thank you for Jesus and for the sacrifice he made on our behalf, making the way for us to be forgiven for our sin and to be reunited with you. We want to live each day as your children, precious and honored in your sight. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you for listening. My name is Rochelle Traub, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Time to rise and shine, people. Time to get up. It's another day above the ground. We run to the sun, no sweat. Oh, yeah. You know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go. All the way. Time to rise and shine. It's a Tuesday morning. Road the way. When I was young, I always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, knees in the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. Oh, yeah. Time to rise and shine. We got PT today? No PT today. I don't think we got PT today anyway. Well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light lead with a cheering blow. Come on now. Oh, let's drive it on. Drive it on. Drive it on. All the way, airborne, all the way. Driving on, driving on, driving on, driving on. Here we go, all the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne, all the way. Okay, what else are we doing today? Anything else? Is it PT time? Come on, somebody tell me what time it is. Okay, all right. Okay, let's knock it out. Knock the PT out. Let's go. On the dotted line. All I do is double time. Down the hill. Down the hill. Up the hill. Airborne. C-130 rolling down the strip. Airborne daddy gonna take a little trip. Come on now. Hook up, shuffle to the door. And jump right out and count to 4. Coffee break. If my main don't open wide, I got a reserve by my side. What if that one should fail me too? And look out below, 'cause I'm coming through. Hey, all the way. Hey, every day. On the O-drop zone. Box me up and send me home. Oh, yeah. Pin my wings up on my chest. And tell my girl I did my best. Hey, all the way. Hey, every day. Okay, enough of that. And now we pay homage to all of our armed forces of these United States of America. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. And again, I don't really know what Space Force does. Maybe somebody will come on here and tell me one of these days. We'll see. And also, during this Thanksgiving week, we pay homage to all our local folks who do the same thing. Our police departments. Talked to a young man yesterday. Was a pleasure talking to a young police officer. Had his mind right. Oh yeah, had his mind right. But looked at me and said, "Hey, don't get wrong. I'm gonna hear you, brother. I hear you." All right then. Anyway, our Montgomery Police Department with the Chief of Police, which is Daryl Abbott. Also, our fire department with Mr. Jordan, head of that auspicious organization who deserves all the honor and praise that we could give them. Talk about going in harm's way. I just talk about it. They do it every day. And let's not forget the sheriff department. They go in harm's way out in the country, but ain't nobody out there but them. Woo-hoo. That's a scary place to be. Anyway, good morning to you. Good morning to the High Sheriff of the County of Montgomery, Mr. Derek Cunningham. Also, although he keeps hanging around the FM folks over there, don't hardly ever come over here. That's okay. That's all right. I'm good. I'm not jealous or anything like that. We good. Also, to everybody and everyone that goes in when everybody else is running out, we salute you. That's right. Somebody's mother, father, sister, friend, daughter, somebody's wearing that uniform today across this world saying, not tonight. I'll do the best I can to make sure nothing happens to you on my watch. Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, and of course, the United States Marines. Okay, speaking of the Marines, yesterday, right? I'm going down Federal Drive, headed someplace on base or do something, get a haircut, whatever I was doing on that street. And I went down there and I stopped, and all of a sudden it came over me. It came over me that I should have been wearing one of them white hats. Okay, and so I pulled upside the Marine Corps Reserve where they got it locked down. They wouldn't let a brother in there, even though I am a retired non-commissioned officer, United States Army. I couldn't get in. Oh no, I couldn't get in. So I did the next best thing. They got it barricaded in there. Although I don't blame them, but now if that was an Army base, we would have the gate open for people because we know we bad and we I'm bad. Okay, never mind. Anyway, we wouldn't worry about nobody coming up in there because we opened up a camera, whoop booty on them, and we wouldn't worry about it. Now, Marine, maybe they got it all locked up because they knew I was out there trying to get it. I don't know. So I did the next best thing. I called on the phone, talked to the first sergeant yesterday. Now, of course, the first sergeant said, "Who in the hell is this?" Now, there wasn't his exact words, but I could tell on the other end of the phone, he said, "This guy is crazy." I said, "Well, I'm only calling you because I'm having an anxiety attack every time I go by this place, knowing that somewhere along the line I should have been a Marine. Okay. But oh no, 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 no. You guys told me I was too short to be airborne and in the Marines. Now, and again, the only thing that ticks me off about that whole thing was getting down to Fort Benning 1979, and there the old Army airborne sergeants down there were teaching Marines how to be airborne. So I'm still flabbergasted, stupefied that, okay, so let me get this right. You say I'm too short to be airborne in the Marine Corps. But the Marines can go down to Fort Benning, Georgia, which it will always be Fort Benning, Georgia to me, and get trained by Army guys. Okay, now I know we're the best service. I got that, so it's not unusual that you guys go on Army bases and get good training. So I understand that. But I still now no, and so I asked the first sergeant yesterday. I said, "Is it still true that you have to be 5'9" to be airborne?" Now he said he'd never heard of it. Now he's a youngster. Hey, he's a youngster, so he didn't come in the 70s like me. So I'm just trying to figure this out here. Did the Marine drill sergeant lie to me? Okay, because I need to know that for sure. Because he lied. I am going to sue somebody. Okay, I know it's been a long time, but I'm going to sue somebody for lying to a brother. So back in 1979, was there or was there not a height restriction to be airborne in the United States Marine Corps? Now, I love the Army. Great place to be. Loved with the 82nd Airborne Range. I loved all that stuff. Loved it. But I always wanted me one of those white hats. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted a white hat because it just looked good on me. Now I've never put one on because I don't want no Marine to kind of come up behind me and knock me out, anything like that. Because you got to earn that hat. I'm with you. You got to earn that hat. So I've never even touched one. Okay, one or two, bunch of times, but the sacred honor of the Marine Corps required me not to touch it. Unless I was, unless I was one of them. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm just saying. So I'm still trying to figure out. Now, there's got to be somebody out there who was in the Marines in 1970 something can tell me whether or not because if I got lied to, I'm suing the Marine Corps. I'm going to Washington D.C. I'm gonna take a trip during Christmas, and I'm going to the Commandant of the Marine Corps, and somebody gonna explain to me in my face why they didn't let me be airborne in the Marine Corps. I'm just saying. I'm just. And I never got over it. I never will get over it because that was my first choice when I went down there. That was my first choice to be a Marine. But I still say I would have white hat, them blue pants. I would just look good now, and I wouldn't even look like Gomer Powell. Although Gomer Powell was not necessarily the shall I say the quintessential example of a good Marine, but it was good TV. Okay, I'm just saying. So that's why I'm still ticked off 48 years later. How many years is that? It's been a few years, right? Okay. 1978. And 78, let's see, 88, 98, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, 45 years I've been ticked. I'm still not. But they can make it up by making me an honorary Marine and giving me one white hat. Okay, I'm just saying. I know. You gotta be where I am to understand my disappointment. Okay, I'm just saying. Time does fly, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Anyway, good morning to you, Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine. Hey, today is like new caller day. Hey, I'm just trying to get some, want to infuse some new blood into the conversation today. So there's new call. That means I'll appreciate you if you call for the first time. I'm marking. Anyway, we'll be back.
Nasal irrigation works, and the Vodage makes it quick, easy, and most important, it will help you breathe better. Don't take a chance on medications that Medishare saves about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. But what's more, they like it. Medishare has double the minimum compared
And good morning. Welcome back, everybody. Hope that they find you well. And you know what time of morning it is. It is time for the lessons of life. And of course, the word of the day. Now, the word of the day is it's an interesting one. It is one that we've always heard, but most of us didn't know it. Although when I first heard it the first time, the way it was used, I knew what the meaning was. But then again, I'm the smartest guy on the radio, so it's not any wonder, that I knew exactly what the word meant when I heard it. Okay, because I just have that ability to decipher things. Matter of fact, I know there are a lot of folks in radio in this town that are jealous of me because my ability to understand words is so exceptional. I understand that. But don't worry about it. You can come to the Elkins class of word knowledge anytime you want to. Just join me in the mornings on the radio. We'll figure this out all by ourselves. Anyway, good morning to you. Let me see here now. Oh, the word of the day is spelled Expeditions. One more time. Expeditions. Expeditious is the word. Now that's one of those words that you will hear Morgan Freeman use on some of his acting credits, and nobody quite says it like Morgan Freeman. Expeditious. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you where that word came from when he first used it. Was on what's the name of that show where he was a principal. Can't think of the name of it. But he used that word expeditiously. I said, right on. I don't know what it means, but it sounds good. So I figured out what it meant by the way he used it. Then after a while, I looked up the definition just to be sure. So what does expeditiously mean? Well, it is a formal word that is used to describe something acting in a quick, and not only quick, and an efficient way, or something that can be done quickly, but yet efficiently. Okay, I'm just saying. So expedition. So like Evans, First Sergeant, you need, okay, to go out there and do that PT test most expeditiously. Oh, okay, I'll get right on. Okay. So that's what expedition means. I know you remember him, Bill Clark, in the movie when performing when he used the word in lean on me. Bill Clark of the school thing, he used the word a few times, as a matter of fact. Expedition. You know what a word. What a word! I'm telling you, that make your brother sound real smart. Mrs. Jones, yes, Kevin. Can you get us out of this class expedition? Yes, I will. Okay. Then she'll have to sit down in the library. Now, the lesson of life today is a simple one. It is one that if you think about it for a second, you'll absolutely agree. Okay? You'll absolutely agree. There are very few ideas in life that somebody hasn't thought of already. Here we are. Life is it is a process of doing many different things that other people are thinking about, and they're thinking about something else. But there really is no unique thought process, because all of us at some point think probably about the same thing. But here's what we do not do. And this is the difference. I'm so great over there. I'm sometimes it is not the answer to the question that bothers us. It is who will answer the question. That is now me. Okay, I'm the only guy in town that will ask the question. Okay, because I'm the man. Okay? The man. A big M. Matter of fact, you go to the white dictionary right now, you see the word man. I think there's a picture of me. Okay, I'm just saying. So again, it is not the answer to the questions of life that bother us. It is who will ask the question. Like recently, a 17-year-old white child was down in the streets of Las Vegas by a bunch of my brother and sister, brother. And nobody really knows about it because, for some reason, if black kids kill a white child, it doesn't make news. If white kids kill a black child, it makes news. So have we relegated life and death, the importance of it, based on one's color in this country? Because if we have, then we are in deeper trouble than any of us will ever know. I would think. Anyway, so it is not the answer that bothers us. It's who will ask the question. I don't mind asking the question. Things that have happened on this day, we can get to that later on the show. Things that have happened this day. In 1789, in North Carolina became the 12th state to ratify the U.S. Constitution. In 1922, Rebecca L. Fulton, a Georgia Democrat, was sworn in as the first woman to serve in the U.S. Senate. Her term, the interim appointment, ended the following day as Walter F. George, the winner of a special election, took office. In 1927, picketing strikers at the Columbine mine in northern Colorado were fired on by state police, and 6 miners were killed. 1931 was the year the Universal Horror of Frankenstein, starring Boris Karloff, was as the monster, and Colin Clyde was its creator, was first released. The year was 1967. President Lyndon Baines Johnson signed the Air Quality Act. We had something to do with it. 1969 also, the Senate voted down the Supreme Court nomination of Clement F. Haynesworth, 55 to 45, the first such rejection since 1930. The year was 1979. Oh, yeah. 1979, I was here. I was in Georgia. I was in Fort Benning. I was close to Montgomery. And I didn't know Montgomery was up the road. I didn't know. I think where I was. Put me on a bus. Said, now, we're going to take you to Fort Benning. Okay. That's where I was. Still to this day, have a hard time finding. 1979, a mob attacked the U.S. embassy in Islamabad, Pakistan. They killed 2 Americans. 1985, on this day, U.S. Navy intelligence analyst Jonathan J. Pollard was arrested accused of spying for Israel. We got to spy for Israel, aren't we? Aren't we talking about allies? Anyway, Pollard later pleaded guilty to espionage and was sentenced to life in prison. Of course, he was released on parole in 2015. 1992, a 3-day tornado outbreak that struck 13 states in the Houston area before spreading to the Midwest and Eastern U.S. 26 people, of course, were killed. Senator Bob Packwood, a Republican of Oregon, issued an apology but refused to discuss allegations that he had made unlawful sexual advances toward 10 women over the years. That good guy in the give me that. Thanks to the threat of expulsion, Packwood ended up resigning from the Senate in 1995. 1995, Balkan leaders meeting in Dayton, Ohio, initiated a peace plan to end 3.5 years of ethnic fighting in Bosnia-Herzegovina. 1997, UN arms inspectors returned to Iraq after Saddam Hussein's 3-week standoff with the United Nations over the presence of Americans on the team. In 2001, Olisi, or some close to it, Lundgren, a 94-year-old resident of Oxford, Connecticut, died of inhalation of anthrax. She was an apparent last victim of a series of anthrax attacks carried out through the mail system. And the year was 15 years ago. Wall Street staged a comeback with a major indexes jumping more than 5% and the Dow Jones Industrial surging 500 points. Somali pirates released hijacked Greek-owned tanker MV Zenith with all 19 crew members safe and the oil cargo intact after a payment of ransom. The ship had been seized about 2 months earlier. Madonna and Guy Ritchie were granted preliminary declared divorce in a London court. And it was 10 years. Sweeping aside the century of precedent, Democrats took a chunk out of the Senate's hallowed filibuster tradition, clearing the way for speedy confirmation of controversial appointments made by President Barack Obama. Republicans warned Democrats would regret their actions once political forces were reversed, and they could no longer block appointments made by a GOP president. 54 people were killed in a supermarket. Roof collapsed in La Vita. I'm close to it. 3 women were freed after being held captive 30 years in a southern London home. Oh, that's a long time to be captive. And it was 6 years ago today that President Donald Trump, who's seen a Donald Trump, who had seen a lot, we were silent for more than a week about a sexual assault allegation against Alabama Republican Senator Roy Moore. Discounted those allegations that voters must not support Moore's liberal rival, former teen pop idol of David Cassidy, star of the 1970s sitcom The Parker Family, died at the age of 67. He announced earlier in the year that he had been diagnosed with dementia. Zimbabwe's 93-year-old president, Robert Mugabe, resigned. He was facing impeachment proceedings and been replaced under house arrest by the military. And what day is the day that we celebrate? Well, it's False Confession Day. I don't know what that means, but if you're going to confess, why confess falsely? The whole truth to yourself. National Dentist Day. So if your name happens to be Dennis, we salute you today and pay homage to you for this day. National Entrepreneurs Day. You know, being an entrepreneur ain't all you think it is. It's a tough road, but for those who are successful at it, it is a job worth having. National Gingerbread Cookie Day. Now, I don't really know where gingerbread comes from. I imagine it's got ginger in it. I would assume gingerbread. I think that's a lot of food. National Stuffing Day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just so we get this clear, there's stuffing and there's dressing. They are not the same. Okay? So if a man says, I like cornbread dressing, he doesn't mean stuffing. Okay? He means dressing. So this Thanksgiving, 7 days from now, I want you guys to make sure don't call it dressing if it's stuffing. So let's get that out the way right now. Okay. So it's National Stuffing Day today, not dressing day. And I'm still looking for a recipe for dressing. World Fisheries Day. Okay. And here's one. World Hello Day. That's right. So as you traverse our freeways and highways and streets today, I want you guys to say hello to everybody you meet. Okay, right? Say hello to everyone you meet. Okay, look, there's nothing wrong with saying hello. Okay, it's a cultural thing. It means friendship. It's like extending your hand in a handshake. Okay, when you extend your hand in a handshake, people see you have no weapons in your hand, you have no malice in your heart. You just want to touch someone. Okay, so along with that hello, put your hand out to extend the hand and walk. Okay? So now, do that today, which is World Hello Day. And last thing, not least, World Television Day. And it's not that we don't like TV anymore, but I don't like movies. I just don't. I'm still watching Gunsmoke and Cheyenne. Cheyenne Bodie. Remember Cheyenne Bodie? There'll be no working tonight. Cheyenne. You know that song? Banana. Okay, that's it. And Hollis and Little Joe and Blowing Green and Pop and Pernell Whitaker, or whatever his name is. Pernell, whatever his last name is. You know, Pernell something. All right then. Now, that's about it for this hour. So let me leave this on the phone like I really don't know. I just done talking for a minute. Yes. Yes. You're on the radio. Okay. Well, I guess they want to be on the radio. But anyway, so much for that. Okay then. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I do. I love it. I mean, Hoss. If everybody had a friend like Hoss, we could talk smack to anybody we wanted to. Okay, we could, because Hoss would come back and whoop your butt. I gotta get me a friend like Hoss. Hey, time's up. Oh, did they find you? Don't forget. Listen, okay, you guys not know. So what's up with that? Okay, 7th Annual Helping Hand Good Neighbor Award, our 2023 campaign. You go to my Facebook page, or you go to any first name, and you can donate money to it. 20,000, but I'll take care of it. All right, then. I mean, $5, $10. Yeah, I'm gonna put. Oh, I gotta run. Yeah. Talking too much.
In the Middle East, the sources tell CBS News that negotiators are even closer than they were over the weekend. With people hasn't been closed yet. Rudy Barron's cousin was among those hostages.
We all feel, especially when we're talking about our families, that this should be the top priority.
Barron joined a protest in Tel Aviv. Correspondent Lilia
Put your boots
Luciano
on.
says the
By
slow
little
pace
Kim
of
Stu.
negotiations is making life difficult for both sides.
With their children wet and shooting from the floor to children from displaced families in southern California. If they wanted to displace homes and why did they build camp for us? Catching from the room, first, this number of CBS producer Laura Will we haven't had peace for days. No peace for days.
Okay, all right, I get it. Put your boots on. All right, then.
Of the deep
Okay,
south
I
last
can
week
do that.
doesn't stop the crowd.
Put your
from
boots
heading out
on,
this Thanksgiving
baby.
week. And thieves at work in yellow Japanese and her twins. They're waiting for us.
And to get
Surge of holiday flights, 50,000 departures tomorrow, prompting the FAA to open airspace along the usually reserved for military. And students is now looking for the East Coast. It struck down Mount near the entrance of Disneyland. Police near Colorado Springs for a suspect after 3 people were shot to death and were critically injured. County Sheriff Rich Smith.
The suspect and at least one of the victims have been in previous civil disputes about the property line.
He said the gunman, who opened fire in a rural area near the town of Westcliff, was last seen driving a white brown pickup with a captive shell. Big court win for Kevin Elkins Electric Company. State Supreme Court has ruled customers cannot sue PG&E for losses they suffered when the utility shuts off power to protect the public from wildfires. The company filed for bankruptcy in 2020 and was found liable for $30 billion in claims from wildfires sparked by its equipment. The brothers Kelsey faced off at Arrowhead Stadium last night. Jason over track on ESPN. Kansas City 21-17 in their first rematch. The Super Bowl, nope, it wasn't there. He was over Clarence. This is CBS News.
Currently a job platform due to the hiring code. Indeed lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits. Now, for stores across the country, brand new marketing products off the shelves. But the FDA advisory group has determined that a drug before 11 is ineffective as a really research has been highly leading into condition caused by colds and allergies. As per law, the Walmart Walgreens CVS trial others on Walmart.com.
Hi. This is shipping company has to be the US. They need to look 26 packages going to Minneapolis. Oh, indeed. Like a great people fast. Indeed, you do. Instant match. The quality candidates whose companies are sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com and get $75 for your sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
A possible sign of the Financial Times that the country's biggest car
For the first time since 2019, General Motors says it won't be the Super Bowl. Last year's feature going electric. Cutting costs $1 million to the end of next year. A 32nd costs $7 million. News.
Prince Harry and Meghan may not be invited to the Royals' Christmas in Britain. They have a round of applause at the Sharks in Vancouver last night. Some fixed the ice to drop the ceremonial first puck and headed back to the box seats. They're in Canada ahead of the next few weeks. Harry's pet charity that benefits wounded and service personnel and veterans. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS
At the drop-off counter, GoodRx works in over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's by U.S. News and World Report. When we don't do what we do for the accolades, we do it to protect you and everything you love. Our advanced sensors and HD cameras are simply say.com/radio to get visual system today.
Then I'll be 6'3".
Time remote.
Women
This afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440. You always missing part of your favorite show. Don't worry, just what you need to streaming. News Radio 1440.
Okay, I'm back. Looking for a particular song here that somebody told me was a not by a local person here. And I think I found. Yeah, think about that. It's a beat song, something. Hey, I'm always willing to give a local talent a little play on the airways. I mean, okay, let's do that. I was trying to go through it. Little Kim Stewart. Okay. What is Grey Goose? Anybody know what that is? I don't know what that is. Is that beer? I'm just saying that. Okay. Sounds pretty good though. This reminds me of one of those like you remember the color purple and they had the little club out in the out in the hole in the wall club. You know, I forgot what they call those clubs. Out in the hole or whatever, hole in the spot or whatever it is. This song reminds me of that. Okay, put your boots on. Let me see. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. 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 All right. Put your boots on. Yeah. Okay. I think boots look good on women though. Well, I do. Yeah. I think they look good. Yeah. Yeah. Especially yeah. Boots look good. Anyway, good morning. Well, whoever that is, her name is Little King Stewart. As a matter of fact, I guess she's on my grandma someplace. So I let her on big time the other day, because I just wanted normally Ross would get that kind of stuff, but normally, next time you make you move your feet, stomp your feet, slap your hands, and all that stuff, and I just okay. I mean, I can see myself sitting in the club with my back to the wall, so a young person come in, so I blast you and get the hell out of the way. But I can see myself listening to this. Oh yeah, put your boots on. Okay, I can see myself listening to that. Yeah, that's cool. That's really good. That's good choice. All right. I don't know if it'd be my top 10, but I could see myself listening to that. Although I must admit, I love the blues stuff. I mean, the stuff Roscoe plays. I mean, now some of that stuff is like rap with music. Some of the things they be saying, but they saying so nicely. See, in rap songs, they just say things just so vulgar. But you can say the same thing in a blues song, and you don't offend anybody. Like country music. Country music. Here's the difference between country and soul music. Country music, they got somebody at the beginning of the song, somebody picks up his truck, puts him out of his house. His wife got a new band. His old lady got a new man, and stuff like that. Well, in soul songs, it's about the same. We go home and find out the kids wasn't his, and for 10 years we've been taking care of kids wasn't his, and next thing you know, she come home, his clothes on the sidewalk, and all that kind of stuff, and burn his clothes all up and stuff like that, and her new man is in the house with a gun, guarding the door. So every group of people have the same problem. We all get the same issue. Okay? We did. Just go to shit. So it all depends on what music you want to go with your life story. Either you can be a country music guy, or you can be a blues guy, or you can be an R&B guy. But we gonna tell that story one way or another. Anyway, good morning to everybody. It is 7:11 in the morning. If you got to be there by 7 o'clock, you're about 11 minutes late, but that's okay. Just tell the boss you're on the way. Now, some good news for Donald Trump the other day. That's what I'm talking about. See, sooner or later, at some point, somebody has got to say, what are we doing to America? I mean, had there ever been a time in your life when you thought American students who have the freedom that this country guarantees them to go against our allies in Israel? Did anybody ever think in their life that students in America would be so brainwashed that we turn our back on them, the idiots with no power, turn our back on one of our most faithful partners in this world, and that's Israel. I mean, is there any? Have you seen the thing? And would you ever believe that we had an anti-American person in Congress? A bunch of them, at least three of them. Would you ever believe that that would happen in this country? If those people, Elite Tabar, whatever hell their name is, if those people make it back into office, put a fork in us, we are done. And all the things that we thought we believed. I mean, there's always been some weirdos out there. That's not a problem. But to have them in the halls of Congress. Now we put up with the KKK in Congress. Okay, we didn't really know who they were. Well, they knew who they were, but I didn't really know. But at least that's us. We got to figure that out. But did you ever think we would have anti-Semites in Congress in the United States of America? Not in a million years, you know. But anyway, it's not the same world that it used to be. Anyway, so the judge, they lift the gag order of Donald Trump. Former President Donald Trump has amplified his attack, and I don't blame him, on the court clerk in his New York civil fraud trial, posting about her 5 times in 4 days since after an appeals judge lifted a gag order banning him from talking about court staff. Right on. They talk about him. So, I mean, since when did you lose your freedom of speech in America? Yeah, right on. I'm glad he got it back. Let me see what kind of insults he's going to hurl at him this time. I like his pose. What can I say? Anyway, let's go phone to this right quick before I get on to something else. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. I'm doing fine. Yes. All right there, Mr. Ed. I appreciate your comments. I think. There's an article in the paper today, and this happened up in Minnesota, but I've often wondered sometimes, can banks actually do this? There was a couple in Minnesota, which I love Minnesota. I mean, St. Paul, Minnesota, Minneapolis, St. Paul. I love that place up there, except in the wintertime, it's just too cold. A Minnesota couple had a 5-gallon jug filled with tens of thousands of pennies, but they didn't know what to do with them. John Becker said he and his wife had been saving pennies for years. Now they had a full jug full of them. So Becker estimated it's about $300 worth of pennies. So they've been saving their pennies. I do the same thing, saving their pennies more than 10 years, and now the bank will not take them. I don't believe that a bank has a right to turn down pennies. It is legal tender made by the United States. And I've seen people in the United States sometimes that wouldn't take cash. But I don't know if it's legal not to take pennies because they are pennies. The bank just give you pennies back. So I don't know. Does anybody know anything about that? Because he says, how are you going to turn down legal tender on a dollar bill? None of us have ever seen a dollar bill. We've seen what represents a dollar bill. Okay, $1 of our currency, which is the bill, but that's a note. So it seems to me that these couples should sue the bank. It is the money, they're in charge of money. Their job is to disperse money, and pennies are money. Now, if they have made pennies illegal or made pennies where you couldn't exchange them, and if they don't like the pennies, then the Federal Reserve should take the pennies out of circulation. But as long as pennies are in circulation in this country, it would seem to me, now I'm not a lawyer, I got to call Jerry. Well, Jerry actually is running Jerry Blevins is actually running for the state Supreme Court. But matter of fact, he's running for the Chief Justice job, as a matter of fact. But I get him on the phone. It seems to me that legally you cannot turn people down who bring your bank pennies. Pennies are legal currency in the United States of America. Just because and they got machines now that can I guess can they can do the thing with these pennies that they do. Wrap them up and automatically wrap them and send them back, whatever the case may be. So it seems like to me that if you don't want pennies, as long as those pennies have not been deemed illegal, then you don't have a right to turn down pennies. At least that is my understanding of our monetary system. They are part of our monetary system. I mean, what's going to get to the point here now? Oh, well, we can't take dollar bills; they're too small. So are we all? And then at the point, well, we can't take $20 bill; we only want 50. Well, no. That's why they sent you to school to learn math, because every dollar can be divided into fractions. I'm just saying, you might want to think about that, because if a bank does that to me, I'm gonna raise holy hell, because I got a whole bunch of pennies at home saved up in a jar that one of these days I'm gonna take them down to the bank, and I wish they would turn me down. Yeah, that's not your job to turn me down. That is legal currency. Okay, so everybody, go to your closet now, get that can of pennies, and let's go down to the bank today and see if they turn you down. If not, we'll get us a lawyer. Anyway, come on, who's this? Hello. Good morning. Maybe so. I don't know if they use a corn machine or not, but penny, yeah. But what if the bank doesn't have a corn machine? What if they don't have a corn machine? Really? Well, the question is though, can the bank turn you down if you have all pennies to pay for? Can a business turn you down if you have all pennies? But it's still a penny. A dollar bill that's torn can still be spent. Yeah. Okay. that was the Love Shack. Okay, yeah. Okay. You too, my friend. You too. All right. Let me see here now. It's 7:22. Good morning. Who's this? Somebody out there just got a bad phone. That's all I can tell you. It's a bad phone. I mean, nobody could want to call back that many times just for the hell of it. So, man, you got to get your Apple phone or something. Get rid of that phone, whatever kind of phone that is that you got. We need to trade that one in. Okay. Go. I'm just saying. I know it's hard out there. It's hard out there. I got. I know, but I can't seem to get you. And don't forget, it is our seventh, not first, not second, not third, not fourth, not fifth, not sixth, but seventh annual Helping Hands 2023 Good Neighbor Award. So we're trying to collect money. So far, y'all not helping me out here now. Come on now, let's see if we can help each other out. Okay. And plus our address is 1 Commerce Street, 300. Good morning. All right then. Yes, we don't know who that is. Good morning. Who's this? Hey, pretty good. See, I think that's illegal. I we gonna find out because that's right because a dollar is a dollar, and I don't, and it's constitutionally protected. And so my ID, my card, is not the financial system in America unless they want to put you in debt. Sure. Yeah, and And not only that, my friend, the president is trying to come up with a digital dollar so nobody can pay with cash in this country and they can look at every purchase that you make. And you know what? That's not America. Yeah. All right. Hey, appreciate it. Gotta take a break. We'll be back. Yep, that's right. So now listen, if your students, okay, at Crampton Bowl cannot count back change, blame the school system. But don't tell me I cannot pay with cash. That is actually blatantly illegal to do that. These are legal currencies of this state and of America. No, I'm taking cash. That's right. Hey, picture this going to jail for paying with cash. Woo, look at that. Your WSFA first alert weather forecast. Chances of a heavy rain, showers, thunderstorms around. Later on, they will clear on out. 71 for the very now, turning cold to late 49 the outside level. Wednesday is frozen, 75. There's no weather in the upper 50s. We got the little cities and the focus next to the weather. Let's see if they accept this tomorrow. Sunshine after the upper. Won't be. That's what News Radio, report. Montgomery Skybox Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive. On News Radio 1440.
The internet is and all you can go outside here. You see it almost. For 48 hours.
I got smart about mortgages. Now it's my house I go home to.
I got something about credit cards. Now people in plastic has a whole new meaning. Used to go on whenever you want to get smart. You can find it at smartaboutmoney.org. Smartaboutmoney.org is a free online resource from the National Endowment for Financial Education. We believe that this is not profit foundation dedicated to helping people just like you can get sound information about money. Smartaboutmoney.org. It's an easy place to start. This is not a lesson. I play football for the Philadelphia Eagles, but what I do off the field with the matter work might be more important. I'm a volunteer tutor and mentor. Why? Because over 1 million kids a year drop out of school, and that's not okay. It takes 12 years to create a graduate. And the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be me. Yeah, it could be you. Studies show that if you give these kids earlier, their chances are better. The kids who read well by third grade are more likely to graduate. So join me in United Way. Take the pledge. Become a volunteer leader, tutor, or mentor. Because when your child succeeds, we all succeed. Volunteers, we unite. Take the pledge that United Way is on board.
I'm happy, even with because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above.
To prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabove.org.
Reminder, make a grocery list, look up random sounds, info in seconds, and play your favorite talk show, all with your smartphone speaker. News.
A smart home speaker. I'm gonna get one of those. Amazon. Amazon's going to run the world at some point, like if they're not already. At some point, they're going to run the world. 8% for. Okay. Sorry about that. Not right now. We'll do that later on. Good morning. Who's this? Morning, sir. And that may be true, but you like all the other poor folks who rent one. Yeah, get it. Well, now the government phones though are Androids. Yeah, they're not giving iPhones to the government phone. And here's the bad thing about it. Now, here's the bad thing about the government phone. Somebody told me the other day that I was trying to get one just so I could give it to somebody. And they said that they actually monitor the phones. It's a government phone, and they don't give it. They can keep up what you're doing and see who's threatening and all kind of things. I don't think I want a government phone. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I see. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good.
Old cousin Eddie goes over to the Parsons house and kidnaps him and brings him back over. And they're all standing out there with sorry thing to do with the dollars. And even his wife shows up. She says, "You're low down to let me through the phone." The reason,
Mhm. Right, right, right. Well, you want the city to be economically frugal, don't you? Well, now I'm going to have to call Mr. Conway or the COO, Colonel Reed, on that one, or maybe the Mayor Reed. Maybe I didn't ask about that the other day, but we may get it. But now wait a minute. Now don't we want our officials to ride in class and style? Right. I'm with you. I'm with you. Mm-hmm. 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 Right, right. Now, don't we want to wait a minute? Don't we want to reward the mayor that has got us into a great position?
not at the cost of raising garbage prices, not at the cost of dropping the retirees, the faithful employees, to a lower level insurance. And that's exactly what the strange mayor tried to do before, and he got caught by one of the city council members, and they tipped their hand, and the retirees went down there and raised hell, and they left it alone. You see, this time we didn't have a Mayor Elkins that told us about the Whitewater Park before it began, so they just went ahead and pulled the rug out from under us right here at Christmas.
Mm. Well, I'll do my best to see if I can get somebody down to Headshed to come on and tell, because I am absolutely 100% positively sure that there is a reasonable, logical explanation for why we got the higher costing vehicle. Because they may not have cost that much. They may got a deal on it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, appreciate it. I think the word has went forth throughout the city of Montgomery. Somebody will probably be asking that question, but we'll now. I'm going to ask just one other question here. If it's the taxpayer's car, can I ride in? I'm just asking. I didn't think so. Okay. Good morning, you're on air. Well, yeah, I don't know who that is. That phone just not working. I don't know. If you are calling this phone, and if you're the person that is calling us, I'm gonna see if I can get you through on the other line. Give me a call 323-0042. I just want to see if it's our line or if it's your phone. Okay. It is 7:36 in the morning. Now this number is not for everybody, only for that one individual. 323-0042. See if now he can get it. If it is it our phone system doesn't like this telephone, or if it's phone don't like us. I don't know which one it is, because I appreciate all the calls. Let me see. What else is going on? Okay, so you know what? Okay, so is that you trying to reach us? Yeah, but okay. Well, for the time being, you can call this line when you got something to share. I don't know why your phone. Good morning. Good morning. You too. You too. Yeah, but I do a lot of claiming sometimes. I claim a lot of things sometimes. Oh, yeah. I appreciate it. What's up? Yeah. Yeah, the water company is a private entity. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Minnesota, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. But they did these guys. They did these guys. They said, okay, go ahead.
I called you, Kevin. Now you called me, I'm gonna let you talk. Okay. Um, did you see the details? What the transaction was yet?
Well, I read the article in the paper and they said the bank would not take them. The bank would not. Dealing with government money. Sure it is, but I don't never know Walmart to turn down pennies. That is an interesting question because they're not refusing service. They are refusing to take legal tender, legal money. I, I yeah. Okay. Well, on my next break, I'm going down. Okay, my next break, I'm going down to Service First Bank and ask them, can they turn down pennies if I brought 5,000 of them in here? I'm gonna find out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think I'm. This has come up before. I think I'm pretty in. Legal tender is legal tender. Pennies, dimes, nickels, quarters. All right. I'll check it out when the top of the hour. I'm going downstairs to the bank and find out. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm bad. I ain't mad at you. Okay, we good. Okay, appreciate it. 860-1440, 741 in the morning. I'm gonna find out about this penny thing. Good morning. Cause I got a bunch of them at home. Good morning. I ain't buying anything. I'm gonna see will they take 300. Well, I don't know if that's true. Well, we're gonna find out. They're doing. They're not doing me a favor. Pennies are legal tender. I'm saving it. I'm putting it in the bank. Well, we're gonna. Okay. Okay. Now, who? How do you know that? Really? How do you? How do you know? First of all, we don't go to the bank to buy money. We go to the bank to put money in there, not buy money. Good morning. You on there? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, again. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is not the only case, though. This is not the only case where people haven't taken pennies, and I just think that now reasonably okay, maybe they don't want to sit there and count 3,000 pennies. They don't have time to count 3,000 pennies. I can understand that. So maybe I didn't read to the end of it. I was so incredulous about them not taking them, because this is not the first time I've seen this. I mean, but again, it makes sense. Okay, they say, well, we'll take them, but you got to roll them. Well, that makes sense to me. That makes sense. That's reasonable. Mm. Okay, so I guess I'll read the whole article next time. All right. I was so incredulous that they wouldn't take pennies until I didn't know what to do. So I stopped right there. Won't take pennies. What kind of stuff is that? I'm gonna take my last break 7:43 in the morning, but I knew that somebody out there, I knew somebody would tell me the real deal. Oh, and I appreciate it. I still haven't quite figured out the difference between a chicken and a hen yet, but I think we're getting closer to finding the answer. You know, but I'm wondering, I didn't know chickens don't make babies the way everything else makes babies. I mean, Mr. Rooster don't get with Mrs. Rooster and they have a meeting, and next thing you know, there's a third rooster. We don't do that. I don't know how chickens do it. Maybe they like that. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. So, I mean, how do you lay an egg? Come on, it's confusing to me. I should have gone on the farm rather than South Bend in the city. We'll be back right after this. Hey, this is one of our local folks. I just like the song actually. One of them blues songs, one of the Roscoe songs. We'll be back after this.
Forecast. Montgomery's Guy Watch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Make Good.
Converting to a shower, Bath and Ocean has thousands of options. Contact us today.
What's the room?
Montgomery, your friend in the car business. Same thing. Sunday, Monday, Sunday is Easter. Yes, it's Easter now. It's Sunday, today. Yes.
It's a game of celebrating.
Online consultation.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same? It's 95% cheaper, and you can get it online. Good things with a free medical consultation, prescription shipping is prescribed, and the fact is it's 100% online. Get your free online visit for Hims.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY. From time to time, parents crazy ass. We just wait for minute people. Another question might be, is it statistics show teenagers are likely to stay back in adults if they play sport in high school. Participating in high school sports and military sport high school athletes are also more likely to develop good eating habits. High school athletes not only have strong qualities, their self-esteem, self-confidence, and self-discipline of the future. So insightful poems I ask you, is it great for you? This message is presented by
From the comfort of your car seat, the comfort of your desk chair, or the comfort of your recliner at home, we are everywhere on the radio, online, and on your smart home speaker. News Radio 1440.
All right then. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Yeah, I'm trying to take it kind of easy this week. You know, holidays coming up. I can't take everybody. Oh, and one thing. Listen. Somebody put some great advice in the newspaper. I don't normally agree with this woman when she writes editorials in the Montgomery Advertiser, but I did find one she wrote recently, and I tell you what it is about holiday. I'll tell you about that in a few minutes. Let me take it. Call here, 860-1440 is the number here. You can text me 241-9998. Good morning on there. What? But you wasn't sure. You wasn't sure. I want to. Mhm. Okay, so what is a hen? What can you tell me? What? What? Well, no, never. Wait. I ain't never called a woman a hen. I, I never did, and okay. Hey. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Can we sing that kind of language for like the weekday when the kids are in school? Okay. Right now they're at home. Yeah. Listen. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, of course, how am I be standing outside watching the rooster and the hen do their thing? I thought they didn't do that. I thought, well, I'm not. I mean, I've seen a horse and a giraffe. Okay. No, you know I don't want to go there. I'm just saying, somebody told me, I'm in the story that they asking the weak people what's the difference. The guy couldn't tell me. Yeah, he said that you can't tell the difference between a male or a female on a chicken. Okay. Okay. All right then. Well, what can I tell you, brother? Mm-hmm. Okay, appreciate it. Now, I appreciate it. Somebody, how do you think the egg gets? I don't know. I thought they just like biopsy. I thought they just, I don't know. They come out with the fertilization. I mean, I didn't. I mean, listen, I don't know. I mean, I've never seen a hen. I never seen two chickens get it. I don't know. I just thought come out that way, you know. Because I mean, how can you fertilize it if it's got a shell on it? Seriously, how can you fertilize an egg if the egg is born in a shell? I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that alone. I don't have a clue. What is this? Okay. Of course. And I'm over here. The good Lord says the same. I hope to be here tomorrow. I never take these days for granted anymore. Well, did you know all this information about the chicken? Well, I can read, but I never. Anyway, never mind. I'm not. I'm a city boy. I'm still trying to figure out how you fertilize an egg that's already in the shell. Before it come out. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that alone. Okay. Leave that alone. Huh? Yes. Yes, we do. Oh, but I was at Walmart the other day getting ready to buy some, but the lines were too long. But I'm supporting. Okay, I'm supporting Alabama. So they did win a couple games, and so I'm good with them. They finally winning. That's what I'm talking about. I can support a winner. I can't support a loser. Okay. Okay. Long to that. If it's cold, we ain't standing out there in the cold. I am. That's why I don't like cold. Okay? That's why. All right. Appreciate it. But I can watch it on TV and be warm. So why do I want to get out there and all that cool weather? Anyway, don't forget, stuffing is not dressing. Dressing is different than stuffing. Now, if you need me to explain the difference, I can't. Because I know about dressing. I used to make dressing for the troops back in the day. Okay, I used to make it for, as a matter of fact, me and Colonel almost wanted to promote me on the spot when I was in Germany because, matter of fact, I can tell you the dressing saved my military career because I was gave them so much trouble about that job I hated until they were ready to send me home. When Christmas came up, and there I was in that kitchen and in that smoke and all that heat and all that stuff, making that dressing for the troops. And Command Sergeant Major Hugh Mackey walked in that dining facility and said, "Who made this?" I said, "I did, Sergeant Major." And the Sergeant Major took me over to the first sergeant's office and said, "I need to give this man one more strap. So put him in for E5." I said, "Right on." And so I can make some dressing, okay, and coffee in the woods. I can do that. I do that stuff all the time. Even in a mermite can, my food tastes good. I'm just saying that's the way it goes. So I know what dressing is. Okay, I just don't know how to cook it for one person, or two people, or three people. But give me 500 people to cook it for, and I can cook it. Okay, but I just couldn't cook it for one or two people. I didn't have that ability. Oh well, okay. Women make eggs all the time, but it takes a man to turn one into a baby. Right. but our eggs don't have shells on them. I'm just saying, when that baby chicken come out, he in the shell. I mean, how did he get fertilized? How did the egg get fertilized when it got a shell on it? How do that? I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. And maybe I missed that part in biology class. Maybe I did. Maybe I was sleeping that day. So I don't know. So if somebody can explain that one to me, then I would have learned something today that I will never forget. But how do you fertilize an egg is in the shell when it comes out? How do you do it? And how do they make the shell in it? Yeah. Which came first? The chicken or the egg? Yeah. Somebody needs to come up with that answer. One more hour, and we'll talk about some things that are a little bit more important than this, but not really.
On News Radio 1440.
Medical marijuana drug number of Alabama State Superintendent that is great for kids. Speaking of Thanksgiving, families Williams.
Radio 40 and 95.1 presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Multiple sources tell CBS News this morning negotiators are very close to an agreement to temporarily pause fighting in Gaza to allow for the release of Israeli hostages and Palestinian women and children from prisons in Israel. Correspondent Lena Luciano is in Tel Aviv, where she spoke with how her mother was killed on October 7th. Her 12-year-old son and 16-year-old daughter
we worry about their safety and the way that the vision
here in the U.S., the Thanksgiving travel rush is on. Elizabeth Nelson of Newark Airport.
through JFK to she went to Florida, and it took her like 2 hours to get to the airport, and then TSA was right out of the so I was like, I'm gonna
This is today with a massive set of storms pushing toward the East Coast. Just through the parking lot, Grandma Hertz School and Harwood weather has moved into after the evening. It really does pick up to the Atlantic, so expect some days sea airports the busiest days are expected to be tomorrow and Sunday. A judge in Atlanta is set to hear arguments today on a request to revoke bond for Harrison, Florida. One of former President Trump's co-defendants in the Fulton County election interference case. District Attorney Button Willis filed a motion citing Floyd's alleged attempts to intimidate and contact likely witnesses. Bucket list? They're on again. Reporter Alex Jensen is in Seoul.
The U.S.-led United Nations Command, which controls access to the DMZ from South Korea, closed doors in July as U.S. Army Private Dennis King raised border security questions and dashing into North Korea. South Korean government said the tours will resume initially for select invitees.
The story was what's not going a month after they released their first new album of original material in 18 years, the Rolling Stones have just announced they're hitting the road. They'll kick off a 16-city North American tour in Houston on April 28th. This is CBS News. With the hiring process for you, with Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution, you attract and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits.
Oil investments involve a high degree of risk and actual results may vary. Attention all investors. The year is almost over and your chance to receive a 100% tax write-off for 2023. Why pay the government more of your hard-earned income while smart investors use proven strategies to reduce their payments to Uncle Sam? You can save thousands of dollars this year off of your taxable income with an investment in domestic energy, while at the same time generate potential income from oil for decades to come. With the current crisis in Israel, experts in Wall Street are predicting oil prices to go up from $90 and up to $125 a barrel. Take advantage of the enormous profits that both companies and producers of domestic energy have been experiencing. Hurry and take action before December 31st. If you do nothing, we'll pay your fair share. So act now and let your money go on for you. Call Freedom Crew today at 800-549-1985. That's Freedom Crew, 800-549-1985. And let us put your money to work for you. 800-549-1985.
Britain's current and former prime ministers are under blistering criticism over the UK's official inquiry into the way British diaries and testimony describe a chaotic disorganized Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Said Johnson would seem to understand what he takes another scientific report to examine the wishes of the economy boosting program as to help out the virus. It's really virtually all of us users.
The number here in a second, but just call. We get a price within 2 minutes.
Hey, it wouldn't be a year going by if you don't play this song for the late, great Roberta Franklin, who, I hate to admit it, in this business, was tougher than I was for a long time now. she, matter of fact, I think she was partly the reason why Bobby Wright made it to the mayor's chair back in the 90s. Because she was hard on people. Except me, of course. There you go. Oh, yes, it is. All right, then. Good morning. Oh, mm. Oh, second woman. Who did this interview? Who did it? Evelyn Turrentine agent, yeah. Oh, yes, we did. All right, then. They're going to give me too much music later. Anyway, good morning to all of you. I hope that they find you well. Okay, so I went downstairs to the bank, Service First Bank, which is where I do some of my banking, and I asked them if I borrowed 3,000 pennies, would they take them? They said, yes, we will. They got to be wrapped. So, okay, so I guess the bank was within its right to say, you need to wrap. I don't have 40, about a couple of hours to count all these pennies. Okay, so okay, so I was right and wrong. I mean, I know you got to take them, but you don't have to take them unwrapped. Now, I don't know if that's a law, but that may be a policy of the bank. And I guess, you don't have 40, you don't have like 3 hours to count 3,000 pennies. All right, so get a machine in the bank and take the pennies. Let it wrap the pennies. But anyway, you guys are right. You guys are right. And even Carmelo was right for that you have to wrap the pennies up. So I won't be bringing my pennies in for a long time because I don't feel like doing all that about it. 860-1440 is the number here. It is the day before Thanksgiving Eve. Tomorrow, don't forget, we're going to have our traditional Thanksgiving speech. It's a thought that we put together along me and other people about the things we're thankful for, and it ought to be pretty good. If not, I like it anyway. 864-1440. Again, you can text me at you can text me 234 241 9998. Okay, good morning. Who's this? Not really, but yeah. Well, I know how to find it. No, somebody just sent me a text about it that the shell gets harder after they are fertilized. Okay, yeah. But you're not purchasing anything with the bank. Well, somebody told me the other day, wait, right. So how come at Craft Bull, the guy just said they won't take cash? I think that's illegal. At Craft Bull, they said they got to have a card. How can you make people have a card? Yeah. Well, I just listen. That ain't our fault. That's their fault. They've been ripped off. You know? Because on our dollar bills and on our cash, it says this is to be used for debts, public and private. That's what it says on the dollar bill. So that means it's well, okay. Pennies. I got. Yeah. Well, I'm all right with this. I'm all right with the pennies. Well, I went down to the bank a couple seconds ago and asked the question. Well, they just said if you bring them, you have to wrap them. I'm not. That's a reasonable thing. Yeah, that's good. All right, appreciate it. I mean, that's a reasonable thing. That's a reasonable question. They don't have 3 hours to sit down and count. $3,000 I'm with. I get you. But I know that dollars. I don't know if you can actually tell people you cannot deal with cash legally. I just don't know if that's legal or not. You know. Oh, what about when I got a dollar in my pocket? Let's see if I got a dollar in my pocket. Tell you what it says. It says, yeah, I got a dollar in my pocket right here. And on this dollar bill, okay, it says, I know this, okay, this note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. So that's what it says on the dollar bill. Okay, and that's the $10 bill and the rest of them bills. You cannot turn down cash. It is what we do business. I'm just saying. That dollar back in it. Okay, then. So much for that. Good morning to you. Hope today finds you well. What else is going on in the news this morning? Because I'm always willing to see what's happening out there. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Anything? Okay. So we took, okay, anyway, it was Coons Rapid, Minnesota, uh, 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 given to us by WCCO. So I'll just give attribution here. And what else is going on here? Okay. Oh, and the U.S. Pentagon, the Pentagon of the United States of America, has failed its sixth audit in a row. Six audits they have failed. No wonder we in debt for everybody else. Okay, we could give some of that money to some of the folks who serve this country. Give them a raise. Is there any organization in America that could fail six audits and we have the same people in charge? Six audits. My Lord, somebody ought to be fine. Who in the hell is the joint chief of staff up there? If this is what we call leadership, whoo, I mean, that's a lot of audits to fail. So where the money at? Where is the money? Okay, where's the money? You can't do anything in the name of defending the good old USA. Six in a row. That's probably 6 years in a row. They have failed. Somebody's still in there. Okay. Somebody's still. Let me go with the audit book. All right. Anyway, good morning. Who's this? I'm doing fine. Okay. Now that's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now that makes sense. I'll always give in. So it does say debt, private and public. It does say debt. That's true. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. I can live with that. Appreciate that. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. That does make sense. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. How you doing? I'm fine. How you? Oh yeah. Yeah. So you don't want to put out that song. Yeah. You from Whitehall, Alabama? Yeah. Well, I didn't know you. What's up with that? No, but you didn't know me, so we even. So, we're, we're even. I know Roscoe. Somebody said Roscoe was playing your song a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago, something like that. I listen. I don't normally listen to blues song, but because blues song depress you. You lose your woman, you lose your car, they repossess your house, and next thing I know, all you got left to do is drink, kind of like country music. But but we like your song. We like your song. Now y'all don't know. I'm talking to her little. What was it? Little Kim Stewart. Now this is her song right here. This is, I want to give her somewhat of a holiday send off. Let me see. Where's it? Oh, no, right there. I think it's on there. Now hold on. Let me make sure I get this thing playing for you. Okay. If not, I'll play for it in a minute. But now, how long you been singing? Now, uh-huh. Now, listen. So you gave up the choir to sing the blues? Oh, okay. So when folks are stomping their feet in the church while you sing, are they thinking about you? Or are they thinking about keep your boots on, baby? The Lord. Okay, I'm hoping that, yeah, I'm hoping that's what the thoughts are, because I mean, you don't really know what they be thinking about at that moment. They may be thinking about keep your boots on, baby. And so I'm just saying. But you got a great voice though. So where did the dream of this happen? I mean, where did the emphasis for this come from? Boots. I think women look good in boots, although some look like they're trying to put Texas into Oklahoma, but that's okay. We good. So the where did the thought come from? Okay, okay, wait a minute. I'd like to. Can you tell me the difference between a chicken and a hen? Well, they're both girls. So why they call one a hen and one a chicken? But a hen's a girl like the other. Oh, but then why do you call it a hen if it's chicken? Okay, we'll get to that some other time. Anyway, so let me look at your son while you here. Then I get on something serious. There you go. There you go. Okay. Okay. I like this song though. I like this song. Now, if you ever need a male to sing a male part, you call me. Okay, I can sing. I want you want to do a couple of duets like Julio Iglesias and all them folks. You call the brother up, and I'm more of a Luther Vandross kind of guy. Bro. I only sing slow songs. I'm the romantic type. Okay, I'm just saying. Anyway, listen, thanks for your time in with it, and may you have a great Thanksgiving. We got to get you up into the studio one day, and we'll talk more. Mhm. That's all right. And we'll be right back with your calls for the coming.
Just meet them for bare necessities. It's a disaster. The real estate industry is collapsing, except in both the states that people want to go to, like Florida, Texas, Carolinas, Tennessee. Those states are doing really well.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
Black Friday start right now at Wine.com with 50% off everything, and includes things for most. Wine.com is everything you will need to upgrade your entire home, plus with professional design consultants with local service and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Wine.com makes it easy. Shop now, Wine.com with Black Friday sales, save up to 50% off everything and big for customers. So 50% off at Wine.com. Rules and restrictions apply. Just
With me, the same. In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Pablo.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Don't miss Sean Hannity
Biden incoherently adheres
live.
All righty then. My numbers are 86. I don't know who's this. Who's this? Yeah. Pretty good. Oh, okay. Just double up. It's one Commerce Street, Suite 300, and just make it to News Radio 1440. Attention, Kevin. Yeah. Mm. So the egg comes first. I mean, I mean, okay. I'm just gonna leave that one alone. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. All right. All right then. Good morning, who's this? Yeah. I don't have a guess. Yeah. Oh, that's what we get. Yeah, those are my guess. Mhm. All right then. Yeah. Okay. Huh? I'll have to concentrate on that, but I will. All right. Appreciate it. It is 8:32 in the morning. Good morning, who's this? Good morning. Good. I don't believe so. I don't think Lee has it or whatever they want to call the school now. I don't think they have it, but my son couldn't take it, so we had to pay. We had to pay a private person, another driver's department to not get his license, not learn from. Well, I don't think, yeah. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. No. Nothing's on my list, but okay. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I guess. I guess you do. Yeah. That's a lot of work for the rooster. Then. Yeah. All right. You too. As a matter of fact, somebody sent me some. I think Mark Johnson, I believe. I think they're sponsoring a giveaway today, I believe, and it's at the 21st from 10 o'clock this morning until 12 p.m. Uh, the address is 700 Hall Street. And it's called the Hall Street Baptist Church. I don't know what they're giving away, but you may want to get there by 10 o'clock or 9:30 or so to stand in line to give it there. And they got a couple of people there, some guy named rap artist named DAYE, and another guy named Frank Walter, former NFL player. He'll be there. Uh, so it's today, the 21st, today the 21st, and it's from 10 o'clock until 12 o'clock. So, in other words, 10 to 12 today, okay? And it's at the Hall Street Baptist Church at 700 Hall Street, Montgomery. Since it's a 700, I'm going to assume it's somewhere near the corner. Uh, okay? And they're going to have people there. They're going to have peers. Peers, I think peers is the veteran place. Yes, they're carrying home for veterans. Hands on River Region is sponsoring it, along with Heart of Alabama Food Bank and people of that nature. So again, from 10 o'clock until 12 this morning, from 10 o'clock this morning till 12 p.m. They'll be giving stuff away. I don't know exactly what they're giving away, but you need to go in and find out. Okay. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense to me now. So they're all chickens, so one just an old chicken. Okay. Now that's why, yeah, you did a lot of work there. Yeah, that's what we did. Okay. All right. Appreciate it. Now I understand. Okay. So now I understand. Okay. Yeah. All you got to do is explain it to me the way I can understand it. I got it. 8:38 in the morning. So the chicken's like an old woman. She's been working her whole life and making babies. I mean, the hen. I got that. Good morning, on there. Okay. So that's one good. I like it. Let me see. Okay, moving right along to other things. The Pentagon has failed 6 straight audits. Yeah. Somebody needs to bring the Joint Chief of Staff on. We need to go have a conversation with the Defense Secretary and find out what's up with that and why we can't. Now, here's another. Yesterday in India. Okay, this is not a joke. This is real stuff here. They figured out they ran into a UFO. And I believe they're UFOs. But the only UFOs that us because we don't know who they are. But I don't believe the good Lord made all of this space just for us. Okay? What problems do we bring to him? So I don't have a problem with believing there are other species around. He did in the Bible said God made the heavens and the earth. Well, the earth is for us, okay? And so we hang out here, but I'm pretty sure, we got more folks. The U.S. government has studied UFOs on and off for the last 80 years, dating back to the dawn of flying saucer in 1947, when an Idaho businessman flying near Mountaineer, Mountaineer, reported seeing a bright saucer-like object moving through things in the sky. Now, I believe in, listen, I believe in God. They're probably somewhere right now looking at us and what the hell are they doing? They're fighting about people's color. I mean, come on, yeah. I mean, we may be a little behind everybody else, but I'm just saying. And talk about a man that can't learn his lesson. You remember the young man that ran into Mr. Bramlett and his wife at a red light? Well, he got sentenced in 2019 to a class that killed Auburn broadcaster Ron Bramlett and his wife. He been on all kinds of things since he didn't go to prison for that. And now last week he got arrested on child porn charges. There are some people that are probably meant to go to prison. Jonathan Edward Taylor was sentenced in 2021 on charges of involuntary manslaughter resulting in a deadly crash. Reports indicate that he was driving 89 miles per hour in a 55-mile-an-hour zone. Okay? On Suge Jordan Parkway in Auburn. He slammed into the Bramlett as they stopped for a traffic light. And this kid, but because he was young, he got the benefit of his youth. Okay, and he's been nothing but a pain in the ass in society since then. Yeah, he needs to go to jail for a while. In June 2022, they received more charges. This time with 6 counts of possession of child pornography. Lee County District Attorney Judge Russell Bush revoked his bond earlier this year, and after he failed a drug test. According to reports, stated pleaded guilty last summer to using synthetic urine to pass another drug test. This kid this kid is just bad. He may have to stay in jail till about 60 because he got it bad. And the first one, you're walking free this day and killing 2 people. That's unheard of in any other country. Good morning. I don't know. Yeah. Right. But now we also wait a minute. We also didn't talk about these 8 black children who killed the white child in Las Vegas. Read it. So it's on both sides. Okay. Right. But you didn't hear about that, did you? You didn't hear about these 8 teachers who beat this white child to the death. Yeah. And they didn't talk about it on national news, but had it been 8 white guys to the black child, it would have been all on TV. And you know it would? I know it would. Yeah. I imagine it's coming. Yeah. I imagine it's coming. I imagine they'll say he has some mental defect or disease that, yeah, yeah. I would imagine that at some point in time, um, well, I think most of us, yeah, most of us knew about that field in, yeah. All right, appreciate it. I'll take a break. We'll be back with our last break at hour, 8:44 in the morning, and we'll be back with you, the Lord saying, in a few moments. Also, um, whew, well, anyway, tomorrow's hump day, and the last day of the week for me. We'll be going for a few days. Of course, everybody will be, unless I just want you to come on the radio tonight. I don't know. We'll be back. Oh yeah, little Luther. Me and Luther would have been some really good duos. I'm just telling you, I can sing Luther. Okay? Not as good as Luther. It's so amazing. See, I'm telling you, I can sing. You don't believe it. Good morning. Who's this? All right, there, Mr. Ed. Okay, let me see. Good morning. Who's this? Okay. Okay, well, I guess whoever it is not there anymore. Anyways, 8:51 in the morning. Well, actually, it's 8:52 now. We will. I'm trying to get them to let me sing at the out at the club out there, but they won't let a brother sing out there. What's that club out there at the casino thing? And that who's a great blues artist? BB King. Don't they got a BB King club out there or something? You know, come in there and sing a little Luther for them out there. You know what I mean? I'll take the whole thing about. Now, the one question of the day that still has to be answered in this city. I saw him last night on TV, and we still got to answer this question. We probably won't get an answer no time soon. But why in the world did the co-captain of the Harrier II get charged with an assault by somebody who actually was involved with the fracas on him? And why did a magistrate of that court downtown allow somebody, I'll put it this way. If you and your wife get in a fight and she makes it down there before you do to put in a warrant, do you know they won't let you come down there and put in a warrant on her? So how in the hell did it happen that these folks were involved with him? They had already been arrested, can come now and put a warrant on Mr. What is his name? Well, the guy who did the warrant thing, his name was Zach Shipman, said he is a victim of Pickett, Mr. Pickett. So how did that happen? I mean, how in the hell that happened? You can't even go down there and put a warrant on somebody, your old lady, if she signs a warrant on you first. So how in the world did it happen that one of the people that was involved with this thing gets the chance to go down there and put him under warrant? I mean, what's that all about? And I think that magistrate down there, somebody needs to get some counseling session to that, because husband and wife can't even do that. So how in the hell did this guy, Mr. Shipman, going to go down there and find a warrant? I mean, why did she do that? Anyway, I don't know. She needs some counseling. Good morning. All right. Well, I can't hear you. Call me 323-0042, because evidently our phones doesn't like your phone. Okay, whoever that is. 860-1440 for everybody else. Whoever that was, 323. Was it 323-0042? If that was you, just call and we'll let you call the VIP line for one. Okay. Let me see. Somebody. Oh, and I told you. I mean, really, can anybody explain that to me? Can anybody seriously? If you've ever been involved in a domestic issue, and lady got in a roughest tuckets kind of thing, Now you don't have to hit her. You don't have to hit her. You don't have to do that. All you gotta do is say you did it, and next thing you know, when the police come, just put your hands behind your back, and you're going to jail. You may not go all the way to jail, but you're gonna have to leave the house or something, because it's automatically your fault. All they got to do is start crying, and you. It's like going into what's that, when you child support court. Listen. It's not a matter of whether or not you're going to be found guilty. It's just a matter of how much you're going to have to pay. So when you go in there, just be nice to the judge and give them all kind of compliments. Your Honor, your hair looks good, or something like that. Or yes, if it's a male judge, you say, listen, Your Honor, it just looks like you've been lifting weights lately. Yeah, I mean, so he'll buff up a little bit, may cut you some slack. I don't know. But I'm just saying, there's just some things when a man go to court on, he know he already lost. And evidently, this should not have been one of those cases. That they won't let you, seriously, if your mom goes downtown and signs a warrant on you for doing crazy things, well, they won't let you come down there and sign a warrant on your mom. So how in the hell does a guy who made national, international news from the city of Montgomery get a warrant put on him by a person who was involved in the fracas? How does that happen? Is that a Southern thing? I mean, how does that happen? That you do that? And I saw the guy on TV last night and said, I mean, what's that all about? Anybody got any answers? 860-1440. Anybody got any answers? I mean, somebody? I mean, everybody knows what happened to the guy. Everybody knows what happened. We all watched it play out on TV. So how in the hell did he get a warrant put on him by somebody that was involved? Good morning. Yeah, I know what her job is. I know what her job is. I got you. I know what her job is. But I'm telling you, if one person goes down there and puts in a warrant on somebody, traditionally, they don't let the other person come do it. I don't need to check the law. I've been a victim of the law. If your wife puts a wait, if your wife goes downtown and tell them, that is the point. If your wife goes downtown, tell the man that you hit her and puts a warrant, they will not allow you to come down and put a warrant on her. Okay, they just won't do it. Come on, who's this? Yes. Pick it right. They said assault. No. They said assault. This guy got him for put a warrant for him on assault, and the only one I saw being assaulted there that day initially was him. So I don't know how they allow this woman to put a warrant on this guy that the whole world knows who started all that crap. So I don't get that, but it'll work out. I mean, this woman needs to be given 2 weeks without pay. I mean, how are you going to do that? Seriously, really? Okay, I'm with you. I don't get that. Anyway, my time's up this hour, so we'll be back with the same tomorrow. But I'm just telling you, something's wrong with that. We need a new magistrate. We'll be back.